Hi friends, welcome back to Storytime. This is week 8 of our summer reading program. That means we have been through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of summer reading program together. This was supposed to be our last week, but starting Monday, July 27th, you can call us and get 4 more weeks of activities to do at home. So you'll get more crafts, more prizes, and more books to enjoy at home. And you can do that by calling us next week starting Monday, July 27th, and scheduling a time to pick up a bag just like you did the first time with your registration bags. And now we're going to sing our hello song to get started with our 8th story time. And we're going to say, hello, friends, it's time to say hello. Sing along with me, okay? Hello, friends, hello, friends, hello, friends, it's time to say hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 8 of our story time and for our summer reading program. Our nursery rhyme of the week is I'm a little teapot. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to practice I'm a little teapot. And now you can stand up or sitting down. You can get your handle. So our arm is going to make a circle so it can be a handle and on your hip like this, and then your spout is going to be your other arm, kind of like an elephant's trunk like this. That's going to be your spout. So now you're a teapot and you're going to tip over and pour out. Let's sing together and you can move along with me, okay? I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Tip me over and pour me out. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up, hear me shout. Just tip me over and pour me out. That's I'm a little teapot, our nursery rhyme of the week. And we have a new one next week because we have 4 more weeks of nursery rhymes. And now we're going to read a book called Hats Are Not for Cats. Have you ever seen a cat wearing a hat? I see one behind me. Oop, I see one behind me, but we don't see that very often, right? So let's see if this cat has a hat. Hats are not for cats. Excuse me, cat. I see you're wearing a hat, but hats are not for cats. Hats, you see, are for dogs like me. Hats are not for cats. Here is our dog, and he thinks that only dogs should wear hats, and he's wearing a very colorful one. Not hats that are big, or hats that are small. Hats are not for cats at all. Not pink, or stripy, or polka dot. Dogs wear hats and cats do not. Correct wearing of hats. Dog, yes. Cats, no. Not hats that are festive or hats that are fun. Not hats for the cold or hats for the sun. Not hats that are fuzzy or hats that are frilly. Not hats that are serious or hats that are silly. Not fine hats or flapper. Not dashing and dapper. Not pirate or party. Not odd hats or arty. Not hats from Tasmania or from Transylvania. Not hats from Peru or Timbuktu. Hats are not for cats. Correct wearing of hats. Dog, yes. Cat, no. Hats are for cats. This cat says that cats should wear hats and dogs should wear hats. Everybody gets a hat. Fun hats, flapper hats, frilly hats, silly hats, pirate hats, party hats, odd hats, arty hats, hats for the cold, hats for the sun. All cats should have a hat. Correct wearing of hats. Dog, Yes, cats, no. But this cat says that everyone should get a hat. And our dog is sad because he doesn't have a hat anymore. Hats are for everyone. Now he's happy because everyone gets a hat. A fun hat, a pirate hat, a stripy hat, a pink hat, whatever they want. Hats are for everyone. The end. That was Hats Are Not for Cats. But we learned that hats can be for everyone. And now we have a scarf song. So if you have your scarf, you can get it so we can sing along together, or you can do it after the video. And this one's called We Wave Our Scarves Together. We wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together because it's fun to do. Wave them up high, wave them down low. Wave them in the middle because it's fun to do. We wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together, we wave our scarves together because it's fun to do. Wave them up high, wave them down low. Wave them in the middle because it's fun to do. This you can sing any time of the week during playtime and anytime you want because this scarf can be for songs or for playtime. And now we have a puppet song and it's called Down by the Bay. So we have many things that we're going to see down by the bay. And the song goes like this. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, because if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a bear combing his hair down by the bay? Did you ever see a bear combing his hair? There's our bear combing his hair. And now we're going to do another one and let's see what we see down by the bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, because if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a moose kissing a goose down by the bay? Did you ever see a goose kissing a moose? Now you have. Down by the bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, because if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail down by the bay? Did you ever see a whale with a polka dot tail? Here is our whale and his white polka dots. He's very fancy. And he was down by the bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, because if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a pig wearing a wig down by the bay? Have you ever seen a wig? Have you ever seen a pig wearing a wig? This one's wearing a very pretty blonde wig. And he was hanging out with a whale, with a bear, with a moose, and a goose. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, because if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a cat wearing a hat down by the bay? Remember the story that we just read? Here is another cat wearing a hat. He is wearing a very fun pink hat that looks very cozy and warm, so he can hang out down by the bay. Down by the bay, where the watermelons grow, back to my home, I dare not go, because if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a dragon pulling a wagon down by the bay? Have you ever seen a dragon pulling a wagon? Here is our dragon pulling his red wagon. What do you think he carries in this wagon? Maybe he takes some books down by the bay, some snacks, some toys, so he can play with his friends. And he's going down by the bay, down by the bay, where the watermelons grow. Back to my home, I dare not go, because if I do, my mother will say, did you ever see a goat wearing a coat down by the bay? Here's a goat wearing a very fancy blue coat. I wonder where he's going. Maybe he's going to a party. Maybe he's just cold. Here's our goat wearing a coat. And he was hanging with his friends down by the bay. That was our last friend. So now we're going to sing Goodbye Friends. But before we go, remember that you can still make your craft for this week, which is I'm a little teapot, and we're making a tipping teapot. So you can play with that. It likes to move around a lot. But if you have it on a table, it moves from side to side, so you can tip it over and pour it out. And you can call us starting next Monday, July 27th, to get 4 more weeks of crafts to do at home. And now we're going to sing Goodbye, Friends. It's time to say goodbye. And you can sing along with me, okay? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye, friends. I'll see you next week.